Welcome to Hello Liz, real speech pathology made simple for everyday families.
So being able to follow 1 and 2 and 3 step instructions. So for example, okay buddy, we're going to go to the park. I need you to go to your room, get your gumboots and your umbrella, and I'll meet you at the front door.
Many parents worry about letters, numbers and reading before school starts. But Liz says there may be something far more important. Today we explore what really helps children thrive in their first year of school. We've got a big episode of Hello Liz for you today, and here she is, Liz herself.
Hello everyone. Hello Liz. Practicing.
Very good.
Thank you.
Age and just some things that might give parents and carers the confidence to send their child to school knowing that they'll be able to keep up, especially for that first year. It's, for me at the moment, it just feels daunting to even think about
I can imagine.
School. So anything that would be useful for people heading into that phase.
Yep. I think one of the really valuable things in Australia is preschool. I think that especially that year before school, going to something like a preschool and having the structure that they go through, they have inside time, outside time, they have group time, they show them how to open up their lunchbox and get things out, and following the rules of another adult, not mum and dad.
Not mum and dad, yeah.
So following instructions is a really big thing for that kind of age group. So being able to follow 1 and 2 and 3 step instructions. So for example, okay buddy, we're going to go to the park. I need you to go to your room, get your gumboots and the umbrella, and I'll meet you at the front door. That's a multi-step instruction. There's lots of parts in there that he has to remember.
Yes,
That's
okay.
Lots of language around that. And so that happens at school. All right, kids, everyone stand up, come and get your handout, back at your desk, start the question 1 and 2, and then we're going to look at something else. That's what happens in a classroom all the time. So following multi-step instructions is really crucial for this age group. Making sure, academically, I think this might be a little bit controversial, but this is my opinion, only my opinion. I think the most important thing for me when a child is starting school is actually their social skills more than their academic skills. Okay. So socially, do they interact and play with other kids?
Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. He agrees with you.
He does. So socially, does he or she interact with the kids really well? Do they follow instructions from other adults? Do they know it's time to sit down and listen versus it's time for free play? Can they transition between that? So often kids have difficulty transitioning from inside to outside time, free play and structured things.
Okay.
So I think socially it's a more important marker for starting school than necessarily academics.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously it's a consideration, and lots of families, the academics is the side that they think about more. So you might have a really intelligent kid, but socially they're struggling, they're really shy, they're not interacting with other kids, they're not following the routine of other things. That's tricky. And I'm a really big advocate, if you can give your child an extra year of play and preschool. We're talking here in New South Wales, so you have to start school in New South Wales. Yeah, so the law in New South Wales, it's different in other states, so you'd have to check what your state law is, but in New South Wales, you have to start school the year of your 6th birthday. Okay, so you could turn 6 in January, or you could turn 6 in December that year. So if you turn 6 in December, you're starting school right when you're just 5.
Sure, okay.
So it's a really big age range, okay? And you can start school earlier than that. So often in kindergarten classes that I'm in, we have a range of 4.5 years of age to 6 years of age.
Ah, okay.
And that's a really big difference in one classroom for kids. You can see those kids, those 4.5-year-olds, they're often on the floor having a little nap in the middle of the day, versus the 6-year-olds are ready to go.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't get a choice. I think if you're born after a certain date in the year, you have to go to school that following year. But if you have a choice to give your child an extra year of play and of interaction, then I think that would be a great thing to do. Now, the caveat of that is often girls way readier, way more ready than boys are. And sometimes you can't give that girl an extra year because, or the boy, they just need that stimulation. They're just ready to go. And you know your child best, right? So you make the decision that's best. But what I'm saying is if you have the opportunity and maybe, yes, they're intelligent and smart, but their social skills are a little bit less, then give them that extra year to build up that social interaction with the kids in the preschool to kind of get them so that when they're out and about at recess and lunch, they're in amongst it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah. And then like children themselves are the best model of language, and the best model of following directions and following instructions of other people. It's like a little herd. Like all the teachers said, sit down on the mat, so we're all sitting down on the mat.
Yep.
And so if they have those social skills and that understanding, then that works really well. And then some kids who go to school without that, it's a trickier journey for them, moreover than the academic journey. I think the academic journey is going to happen anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So throughout the progression of the school, but the social part of it is the most important thing from my perspective. And there might be so many other different views of other professionals out there. That's just kind of what I've come to feel comfortable with from my perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you find, having had 3 boys of your own, or it's just three kids of your own, impacted the way that you deal with your families on a day-to-day basis?
I think I have a very big understanding of what it is I'm asking families to do when they leave my clinic room and go home. So I live in a busy family household. There's always school homework, there's assessments with high school at the moment. There's lots of other things. So if a professional said to me, right, I need you to sit down and do this for an hour each day, it's just not possible.
Not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. So I think as a speech pathologist in this space, the best thing I can do is to help the family identify, well, when in your routine is this going to work? So like, for example, I said before, the bath time, you've got a captive audience.
Yes.
You're going to be sitting there anyway. Let's put some extra fun things in the bath and add language to it.
Perfect.
You know? So make those opportunities in your day within your normal routine. It's just not possible to sit down and do speech pathology homework or any homework an hour each day. I mean, I don't know what, maybe some families do that, but that certainly
I don't know how you do what you do at the moment, like anything else.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think, and also it's having my own children has given me a lot of perspective about some of the strategies, I suppose, that I use in my clinic that I've just I kind of take it for granted and I forget that other people don't do this. Yeah. Does that make sense? Because I've been working in this for so long. So a prime example of that is when my elder son Liam was in daycare and he was in the baby's room. It was like he was kind of 1.5 to 2. And I remember the educator coming up to me and she said, Liz, he just is like, he's so verbal and he's just talking in full sentences. She's like, we're just blown away. She's like, what is it that you're doing? And I'm like, nothing.
To you, it's just the norm.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I just sit on the ground and play with him and do the commenting and like, that's it. Like, yeah. And that's happened with, I remember when Reese went to school, the same thing happened, and Oscar as well. They're all just like, oh my gosh. And then, you know, you go around other kids that age and yeah, they were very, very verbal, my boys, and they still are. Don't know if that's a great thing now. I would like some quiet sometimes.
You reap what you sow.
But I think, and that's just from these strategies that I'm talking to you about, like that's just, yeah, I just do that. Like quite commonly, I will comment on things still now, like, you know, we're talking to them and they're older now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think using those strategies that I teach parents day in, day out are so valuable.
Yeah.
And if you can find a time in your routine that works for you and your family, amazing.
Thank you, Liz. That's been incredibly helpful today.
Thanks, Sarah.
Next, something every parent has noticed but few understand: why kids sometimes sound like they're from another country.